of them. I get that. And
Look,
you've been
hang on a moment.
Well, hang on.
It's not about being a fan or not. It's about criticising where you find there are reasons to criticise and defending them in other
I've just literally
areas.
paid you both a compliment.
No,
take it while you can.
Just taking
Dr. Shola, let me
description.
Let me, if I may finish my sentence, Dr. Shola. Here's my specific question for you. Let's not get into the wider, whether you like them or don't like them. It's kind of pointless. The real question is this question, isn't it? If the pair of them have decided royal life is not for them, the monarchy is not for them, it's very restrictive, it's all these terrible things, why would they even want to, A, keep royal titles, and why would they want to remain, in Harry's case, on the line of succession to something he doesn't clearly like?
I genuinely find that question to be preposterous. By not being a working royal does not mean that he should remove himself from the succession. It makes no sense. Look, the issue here is not Harry and Meghan. The problem here are people like you, Piers, and Hugo, who want to punish Harry for marrying a woman you don't like and for having the audacity to determine that his service, his life of service as a royal member will be in a certain way. That doesn't mean he can't be in the succession.
Shola, if I may, I think you're being preposterous now. It's got nothing to do with Meghan, actually. It's got everything to do. It's got everything to do with Prince Harry. Now, whether you like the pair of them or not is irrelevant, actually. My further question to you would be this: did even you, Shola, in your blind adulation of these two, not cringe
I
slightly?
have no blind adulation. Don't words my mouth,
misdescribing people's views.
It's how she describes me the other way. So it's all fair in love and war. But did you not, in your blind adulation, at least slightly shudder when you heard that this privacy-minded couple have decided to spill their guts on Oprah for 90 minutes of primetime American telly for gazillions, but also that they chose to film it on the very day that the Duke of Edinburgh was taken into hospital?
Okay, so first of all, let's just address your blind adulation. There is no blind adulation because I might as well refer to you, Piers, as being a petty, petulant, fragile man baby who can't get his act together because Meghan rejected you.
That's why I return the favour.
Talking about their decision, let me finish. Talking about their decision to have a conversation with Oprah, that is not a problem if they wish to control the narrative around their lives. That's not a problem. Now, the fact that it was being interviewed on the same day as Prince Philip going there, I don't know what they were aware of. I don't know if this had already been planned beforehand. Either way, why is it that whenever they do anything, it has to always, by you and others like you always have to throw the works in the spanner. You always have to throw, your toys out of a pram, like they're planning to do something negative deliberately.
I think it comes down to this. I was actually one of their biggest cheerleaders right up to the wedding, as you know.
Because you were rejected.
Well, hang on, let me respond. You've spray-gunned me, let me just respond. I turned, actually, after the way they treated her father, which I thought was disgraceful. You can take a different view, and I know you do. But then after that, there seemed to me to be a succession of times when this couple who quit royal life, quit royal duty for a life of privacy, actually did the complete opposite. They don't want to be left alone. They don't want to be private.
They didn't do that,
hang on, Shola. Let me finish. My point being, I don't think they want privacy at all. In fact, all their actions suggest the complete opposite. And it comes back to this question, which I'm going to go back to Hugo in a moment about, which is, why would a couple who've gone so far to remove themselves from an institution want to be still in line to succeed? I don't get it.
They did not remove themselves from the royal family.
They did.
Harry is not in exile. He did not abdicate a throne or abdicate his position. All he did, like many other members of the royal family, we're going to talk about this succession thing. Bear in mind that there are many people who are in direct succession to the throne. Not to even talk about those who are the Queen's collateral line of, descendants. And many of them bear royal titles. Many of them are not working royals, and they have careers. In fact, they financially benefit from their proximity to the throne, indirectly or directly. Are you going to strip them of their succession?
Well, I think it's a good question.
Are you going to strip them of their titles?
Shola,
No.
I think it's a very valid question. Hugo Vickers, I mean, I have a big problem with Prince Andrew, frankly, being on that list of succession, given his abject refusal to submit to FBI questioning over what he knew about the billionaire paedophile friend Jeffrey Epstein. So, Shola raises a good point. And I actually think that the trouble with Meghan and Harry is they constantly put themselves in the news. Andrew's trying to hide away, but it doesn't mean that actually what he potentially has been guilty of may not turn out to be a hell of a lot worse than anything we've ever accused Meghan and Harry of. And I totally accept that. Why is Andrew left on that succession list, given he's effectively been retired from royal duty?
Yes, well, the thing about Prince Andrew is, of course, he hasn't been convicted of anything yet, but when he was asked to step aside, he certainly did so, and he's remained very quiet ever since. Of course, there is a very good solution to this. I entirely accept your point. I don't think that there are many people who would wish Prince Andrew to be king either, but why don't they then, if they're going to juggle around with the succession a little bit, move a girl born in 1950 in front of a boy born in 1960, i.e. Princess Anne? Right. I think that would a great deal of support. Princess Anne is absolutely brilliant. She'd make a fantastic queen if it was ever. If she was ever.
I totally agree.
I could not agree more. Should we all agree on that, Shola, that actually Princess Anne should probably be in the line somewhere higher up?
No, I think we should all agree that this question is preposterous. It's a moot point. The line of succession is fine, and you should all leave Harry and Meghan alone because they've done nothing wrong.
OK, but here's the thing, Shola. So we'd love to. They just don't want to be left alone.
No, I
cannot think of any human beings on planet Earth right now who have shown less desire to be left alone in the world.
They said no.
I can say it back at you.
That's the difference.
You know the difference between having a certain amount of privacy and also sharing
they want to have, as the Queen worked out, Shola, they wanted to have their royal cake and eat it, and the Queen has called their bluff. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Shola, I respect. Shola, I respect. Shola, I know you've given me all sorts of. You've paid all sorts of lovely compliments to me, Shola. It's always lovely to have you on the show. The mere fact we have you on to spew abuse at me is indicative of our broad church.
It's just
and
what it's what you dish out.
I take it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Royal Sussex Squad, your go-to place for truth and fairness when it comes to Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Today we're exposing the hypocrisy of those who constantly criticise this couple while ignoring the real issues within the royal institution. You don't want to miss this, so hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. So, let's talk about the relentless obsession with Harry and Meghan. It's always the same critics. Piers, Laurence and their echo chamber, who claim the Sussexes seek privacy, yet stay in the spotlight. But let's be real. Harry and Meghan never said they wanted to disappear. What they wanted was control over their own story, and why shouldn't they? Their decision to sit down with Oprah was twisted into a scandal by the same people who defend far worse behaviour from other royals. Take Prince Andrew, who's actually been forced into the shadows due to serious allegations. Yet somehow these critics are more outraged by Meghan simply speaking her truth. Make it make sense. And then there's the ridiculous argument about royal titles. Some people claim that since Harry stepped back as a working royal, he should renounce his title. But let's not forget, there are plenty of non-working royals who still hold titles, and no one bats an eye. So why is it only a problem when it comes to Harry and Meghan? We all know the answer to that. The hypocrisy is glaring. These critics claim to want fairness, yet they ignore the actual privilege and protection given to those with serious misconduct. They say Harry and Meghan should be left behind, yet they refuse to stop talking about them. They twist every move the Sussexes make into a controversy, while pretending their so-called concerns are genuine. Let's be honest, this was never about titles, privacy or tradition. This has always been about punishing Harry for choosing love over outdated royal expectations. It's about punishing Meghan for being a strong, intelligent, biracial woman who wouldn't be silenced. And that's why Royal Sussex Squad will continue to call out this nonsense every step of the way. If you see the double standards as clearly as we do, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Let's keep the conversation going and set the record straight. And if you'd like to support independent voices like ours, consider donating via Super Thanks. It really helps keep the truth alive. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay informed, stay unapologetic, and keep standing with Harry and Meghan.